Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project, bringing you a grand solar minimum update on Wednesday, June 6th, 11:46 p.m. Mountain Time, 2018. We are at the USGS live stream for Kilauea Caldera, where just hours ago, as predicted, a 5.4 tremor rocked the main caldera, and you're watching the eruption. Clearly not in high def because it would suck up too much. If you're checking over here to the right, you can see the very active Fisher 8, which has now consumed over 200 homes in the last 48 hours in the vacation land and Kopoho Bay area. We'll be getting to that later. Remember, this is a shield volcano, which is very unlike a stratovolcano in that it doesn't have violent, explosive eruptions like Fuego just had, causing pyroclastic flows and immediate loss of life. This is a longer, drawn-out process where ash builds up over multiple, continuous volcanic events with sulfur dioxide and lays and other hazards, including 50-foot thick walls of lava consuming 200 homes in 48 hours. There you can see the major blast force, and that's about 50% of the maximum capacity of this volcano. You're looking at 50% maximum. So it's not one of your more violent. Shield volcanoes are not known for their violence. They are known for their persistence, which is why the Hawaiian Islands exist, because of years and years and decades and millennia of continuous lava flows covering the land again and again and again, building islands, which is why the homes are now missing, because this is the normal activity for this volcano, which is erupting constantly, like it is. Thank you, Volcano YT Backup 4. You guys rock. Come here and subscribe to them. Give them a thumbs up. I like this. Subscribe to the channel. Let's get them back up to 17,000 here. They're not shutting this one down. That's a good thing. That gives us live news coverage so that you can benefit on our updates. Surprise hailstorm Wednesday damages homes and cars in the Dallas area. Sometimes I wonder. Pop-up hailstorm. Yeah, we haven't seen anything like this recently at all. Yeah, this is completely pop-up. It actually sounded like God was throwing rocks at us, CBS 11 viewer Brandy Raphael said as baseball-sized hail smashed her couple home. Thank you, DallasFortWorth.com, CBS. In your Twitter feed for the excellent coverage of the pop-up hail. You know, we weren't expecting baseball-sized hail. No one was. Baseball-sized hail pelts Dallas-Fort Worth, smashing windows, damaging vehicles, and really making the hail selfie redundant. And that's the first thunderstorm boom of the day. Heavy hail spotted in Skylar on a really fuzzy camera that no one could barely see. Thank you, Channel 7 KTV, where they're still using dot matrix. Who knows? Massive landslides has North Carolina State Road number 9 closed near Bat Cave. Could take months to clear. Could take. Wait till you see this pile of debris at 392 pixels. This is really not what we want to be looking at, but it's a big slide, and these people are really concerned. But let's check out that guy. Wow, he's concerned. Look at the size of this pile. The whole mountain has come down here. And we did have drone footage earlier, but it has been replaced by this terrible video, and I apologize for that. Massive slide, drone footage missing. Let's go to the photo gallery, see if we can get this up here for you guys. Here we are. There it is. So you can see here, this is a huge like D9 earth mover, and this is a mountain. So once you start moving this out, this mountain continues to come down. It's going to be a continuous effort. I don't know if these houses have slid down with it or what's going on, but there's a new river running through here and some weird crooked houses down here and a glowing yellow light. So that's my final assessment, and I'm sticking with it. And that's a boom. 416 fire north of Durango forces new evacuations beginning at 6 a.m. Thursday. That's just hours from now. In fact, 6 hours and 48 minutes. A mandatory evacuation will begin at 6 a.m. Thursday for residents in the Hermosa area as a result of the 416 fire north of Durango, the area north of Comedy Mead Lane at the intersection of Lapati County Road 250C and U.S. Highway 550, which has been under pre-evacuation notice, so these people are well aware of the threat. They can smell it. Warm, drier air and weather has fueled the 1,000-acre increase in a wildfire, which has now went from 3,200 to about 4,000 acres, 10% contained. And we're going to be watching it closely because it's just 40 miles away. Let's talk about the Ute Park fire. Rain's not enough to quench the New Mexico wildfire. Here are the latest updates. And this is some insane footage of a guy driving through it. Do not drive through the wildfire, kids, or your pants. Totally insane. Why he continues to drive through here? Maybe there's a Krispy Kreme on the other side. I don't know. Death wish much? Do not do this ever. I've actually driven this close to a wildfire and I rolled down the window and it was hot and stupid. Never again. I hope they're arresting him. That's a boom. Stay away from wildfires. May, warmest on record for the USA, lighting wildfires everywhere, breaking the mark set during the Dust Bowl. Oh my. Oh, that's because NOAA and NASA are changing the data. Those frauds. There you can see the 1934 spike, clearly much higher than any recent warming. But not anymore. Because the powers that be want to lie to you. And it is not unprecedented. We're well aware that 1934 is exactly where we are. Come back here to 1934. And you'll see right at the bottom of cycle 16, we're at the bottom of cycle 24. Take a look at cycle 16 and cycle 24. Very similar cosmogenic area. We would expect the same weather, which is why we're repeating all of the same records back at that time, including record heat in this area, which is not record heat. It is fraudulently record heat because of the data manipulation that's been going on for decades at NOAA and NASA, who are lying to you blatantly. Here are the facts. These are two of the same data sets at different time periods. One from 1985, and then the data you get in 1995. Fraud. Fraud much? Here's the real data. Average maximum temperatures versus year from 1917 to present. You can clearly see the 1934 spike in North America. You can also see the average cooling the entire time. There is no global warming. Here, the temperature data is in. Global temperature is down almost a degree C in the last 2 years. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 0.7 degrees C in 2 years. If you want to talk about global cooling much. Christmas in June, snowfall in Charlottetown. Temperatures forecast to hit double digits finally. Yes, it started Well, mixed in with the rain, and then it began to become more clear. It's June 6th, and it's snowing in Charlottetown. Only 201 days until Christmas. Heads up, Canada. It's snowing everywhere, east to west coast. Cape Breton sees snow in June. It's just the second snowfall for Cape Breton in the month for 43 years of record keeping, says Environment Canada. And there are the facts. There's Doug Nugent, no relation to Ted, playing in the June snow. And that is a boom. Thank you, Cape Breton, for meeting our demands and our predictions as we descend into the grand solar minimum. We're going to see record snowfalls, record highs and lows because the temperature swings cause the crop loss, global unrest, and famine that destroy all empires. Snow closes roads across the country. Roads have closed at both ends of the country under a blanket of snow as treacherous conditions sweep upwards from the South Island. The desert road in North Island and Lewis Pass, north of Christchurch, remain impassable with Met Service warning of more snowfall to come. Thank you, Al. Cold snap damages vineyards, Christmas trees, and farms in the Maritimes. It's true, there's a 15% loss in the Christmas trees and could be a total loss for many people in the vineyards. We won't know for weeks, but this is a broken record. Grapes everywhere being destroyed because they are sensitive to temperature swings, which is predicted for the next 2 decades. Yep, that means no more wine for the winos, no more grapes for the ass tarts. I'm sorry, I said it. As predicted, Kilauea Exploding 5.4, downgraded obviously, is probably 5.6 like we predicted, 6 kilometers southwest of the volcano in Hawaii. This is due to the collapsed main caldera now outgassing and exploding as it should, now consuming 200 more homes in the last 48 hours, and it is not over. Hundreds more homes destroyed as lava covers most of Kopoho, Hawaii. All of vacation land has been destroyed. It has been confirmed 2 hours ago. Nearly 200 homes were destroyed by lava over the last 48 hours, bringing the total number to nearly 300 since the eruption began May 3rd, 2018. Does not look good. Here was Kopoho Bay. It is completely missing, and a new bay is forming called the Oh No, Kopoho is no anymore Bay. Send a prayer up to all the people who live there. New pyroclastic flows at Fuego. Death toll jumps to 75, 200 still missing. Where do you think they are? Same place that these first responders almost were yesterday, as another pyroclastic flow hit the very area that buried the 200 missing people. A new flow descended on the southeastern flank of Guatemala's Fuego on June 5th, 2018. Ash plume rose to 6 kilometers, 20,000 feet above sea level. The death toll from Fuego on June 3rd reached 75, late June 5th, with 192 still missing. Temperature at Mount Ruapehu Crater Lake is rising, along with an increase in volcanic tremor in New Zealand. The temperature at Te Waimo Crater Lake in New Zealand's Mount Ruapehu is rising, along with an increased volcanic tremor. GNS Science reported June 6. While this is consistent with minor volcanic unrest behavior, it is a useful reminder that eruptions can occur with little or no warning. The volcanic alert level remained at 1. Keeping a close eye there. Worldwide volcano news update. Dukono, continuous emissions. We also have Kilauea, which we covered earlier. Sakurajima and Sabancaya. Sakurajima erupted again now, continuously increasing and erupting for over a month. Heartbeat of the sun from principal component analysis and prediction of solar activity on a millennial timescale. This is the breakthrough work by Zarkova and Shepard, Popova, Zarkov. If you don't know about it, this is what David Dubine uses to predict the unpredictable weather moving forward. So take a look. I'll leave you links to this paper, and you can get an idea how they made a statistical analysis of the double dynamo of the heartbeat of the sun, which is what we base many of our predictions here on the channel on. And it goes back into the historical record. causing dynasties to collapse in China, causing empires to collapse around the globe, driven by the sun, none other than, not you, not man, the sun, and the total solar irradiance, which allows more cosmic rays to influence our weather systems and cause cloud nucleation and make it get cold, as well as driving volcanic eruptions, which we were reporting on profusely. Now let's talk about the solar forcing for CMIP6, the graph that you all questioned me about. If you want to find it, kids, go to Google, put in CMIP6, hit enter, and then click images, and you'll get this image. That's how I got it. Now, finally, the mainstream is putting solar forcing into their climate modeling, so the climate forecasting should be getting a little better than 500% wrong. But that's not to say much, because the systems that are our infrastructure will fail before they catch up. Now, the importance of solar forcing on climate has now been recognized by channels like the Oppenheimer Ranch Project, other plasma physicists, and paleoclimatologists. However, the atmospheric solar signal and its transfer mechanisms still remain uncertain to some of those in the mainstream, and they had started this project, SPARK, Solar HEPA, Solar Influences for SPARK, and you can come and learn about it because I'm going to leave you links to it, but we're going to move on quickly and talk about Agenda 21 2030. Population control. Many of you are wondering what's going on. That's the whole point of this. The misinformation is in. But Dr. Tim Ball knows the truth, and our interview with him tonight was spectacular. It was so amazing, and we learned so much. And guys, this is two top scientists in climatology actually disagreeing, but agreeing to disagree, which is called real science. There is no consensus among us deniers. We're simply trying to get to the truth, and you do it by doing science. No dogma here, nothing but the facts, nothing but respect for Dr. Tim Ball and the interview we had tonight. He'll be back next month to pick up where he left off. And this guy is definitely picking up what we're putting down. Human-caused global warming, the biggest deception in history. He knows the facts. Get the book. There'll be links down below. Do it. Yes, it is. Guys, I hope you got something out of the video. Times are changing. The new agenda is Agenda 2030, which is to keep you misinformed as the crop failures ensue, global unrest and famine pick apart the planet and reduce the population by 80%. It's not your fault. It's on purpose. Prior proper planning will prevent piss poor performance. Make an escape route. Get a bug out plan. Find like-minded people. Learn to grow food. It's about to hit the fan, folks. Be safe.